Real quick, disclaimer, I will not be pulling any punches in this video. I will be brutally honest, and if I rank your favorite plant low, leave a comment. I dare you. Say how much this tier list sucks. I want you to. Do it. I'm waiting. Pea shooter looks like he unironically enjoys eating kale. C tier. Sunflower from this game was done super dirty. I think that this is the worst design for sunflower we've ever gotten. C tier. Walnut? More like D's. C tier. I actually like the redesign for Potato Mine. It gives off more cartoony vibes and in general I think he just fits the art style way more than he did in PVZ1. A tier. Cabbage Pult. Oh, Cabbage Pult. From bad to worse, I'm afraid. I already didn't like old Cabbage's design from the first game, but this is too far. This sets a trend for certain plants I like to call PNG-fication, where you can just tell these plants are just PNG files. I don't know, it's kinda hard to explain, but doesn't old cabbages look more low quality than the rest of the plants? Anyway, I kinda went on a tangent there. D tier. Is it just me or does Bloomerang kinda look like a hippie? I just thought of that and now I can't unsee it. Anyway, B tier. I love iceberg lettuce, it's just so cute! I think I have to. S tier. Now, it only makes sense that right after our first S tier we get our first F tier. Do I even need to explain myself? F tier. Do you think Bong Choy would be good at doing his taxes? This has nothing to do with anything, I just couldn't think of anything else to say about Bong Choy. C tier. It's just regular pea shooter's design, but way better. Also, it looks like he's about to say some super offensive stuff all the time. He looks like he could just explode at any moment. A tier. Just because there's two sunflowers doesn't mean they're getting any higher than C tier. I think it's just the colors that turn me off from the design. Decent design, B tier. I already know there's gonna be a bunch of Snapdragon defenders who say that how he's so cool and epic, but if you really look at him, and I mean really dissect him, you are gonna realize that he is not that guy. The only reason that he's not F tier is because he invented the light skin stare. D tier. Every time I see this plant, I am more convinced that he has a feet fetish. I mean, look at him. He needs to be locked up. I cannot, in good conscience, put this thing above C tier. D tier. I never really got this plant. Like, I don't really understand why it exists. Has anyone ever even used this plant unironically? Anyway, B tier, I guess. This is just the PVZ equivalent of the blues from Angry Birds. While I do think it's an improvement from PVZ1, I still don't really like regular pea shooter, so 3 of them won't really fix that. C tier. The best thing I can say about Spike Rock is I like the sound that he makes. I just don't really care for the design that much. C tier. Let's be honest. Have any of us looked at Cherry Bomb for longer than 5 seconds? Didn't think so. Though with that design, I'm glad we only look at him for that long. I'm sorry, but F tier, man. Get out of here. Now, with all the pea shooter slander I've peddled throughout this video, you'd think that I wouldn't really care for split pea, but I kinda like it. I don't know what it is about it. I just know that it's B tier. Pea pod is the same way that split pea was for me. I don't know why, I just know it's B tier. This might be a little controversial to say, but I like Lightning Reed's 3D appearances more than this. I'm not saying this is bad, I just don't see the appeal. C tier. This is a PNG. It's not as bad as Cabbage Pult, though, and I will be honest and say it is an improvement from PVZ1. But C tier is the most generous I can get. Tall Nut? More like D. B tier. The exact same thing I said for Melon Pult, but blue. C tier. Warning. If you're scared easily, you should close your eyes. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's gone now. If this was a horror game, Hot Potato would be an instant S. I don't know what they were thinking with this. What even is this? Isn't this Plants vs. Zombies? This is not a plant. I've talked about this plant for far too long. F tier. It is 100% personal bias keeping this in C tier. Can someone tell me why I should care about this plant? This has no personality. If this was created today, I would think that AI made it. That being said, there isn't anything inherently wrong with it, so C tier. Come on, man. It's Shroudguard. Everybody likes Shroudguard. A tier. On the flip side of that is Stunyon. Have you ever met anyone who has ever said that Stunyon is their favorite plant? Did not think so. C tier. This is just another plant I don't understand. I just don't know. Maybe I'm becoming an old man. I just think it looks fine. There's nothing about it, you know? Well, I don't. C tier. Speaking of plants I don't get, welcome to the Lost City. But the weird thing is that I don't completely hate this design. Something about it just wants me to put it in B tier, so I will. And if you're mad about that, too bad. Make your own tier list. Can someone please tell me, what is this projectile that this guy shoots from his head? What are these brown pellets that he flings at zombies? Can someone please tell me? Because I really hope that they're not what I think they are. C tier. Just because I'm too scared to put him any lower or higher. And Durian, more like, this joke isn't getting old, is it? B tier. Y'all are gonna hate me for this, but after the rant I went on about PNG plants, it pains me to say that I really like this plant. I know it's a PNG, but come on, let me have this. A tier. The only complaint I have about this design is that we only see it for like 2 seconds. I feel like they wasted such a great design on such a useless plant that the majority of players have never used more than once. If this was like any other plant and you could like see the plant for more than like 2 seconds, it would easily be S tier. But the fact that you only see it for 2 seconds and then it's just a tile for the rest of the game, I have to put it in A tier. I cannot put it in S tier just because of that. Far Future is the world with the most PNG plants. Spoiler alert, but more than half of these plants from this world are going below C tier. Starting with Laser Bean. There's nothing I can say other than the fact that this is a 2D PNG pretending to be a plant. D tier. Blover is actually pretty decent. I think it fits this art style a lot better than PVZ1. That still doesn't mean I like it. I think C tier is pretty fair. Can we talk about how Citron had the greatest glow up I've ever seen? He went from this to this. How is that even possible? Unfortunately though, we're not ranking Garden Warfare 2 designs, and every glow up had to start somewhere. D tier. EM Peach is really cursed looking. It fell into the same trap that Cherry Bomb did. I'm glad that I'm never gonna have to look at this PNG ever again. Except for when I'm editing this video, or if I want to replay Far Future levels, or if I'm looking through my seed slot. F tier. Finally, some good looking plants. Infininut is really cool. From concept to design. I really like him. But is he really S tier worthy? I was struggling in whether I should put this in S tier for a while. But I've made up my mind. Far Future is going to be the only world with a plant in F tier and S tier. The thing that bumped Infininut up is just the cool factor. He just looks cool, man. S tier. Oh wait, I forgot to make the joke about Magnifying Grass is one of my favorite plants in general. But his design is also pretty cool. I think it's a little too plain for S tier, but I'll happily give him an A tier. Do you even know this plant's name? F tier. Just another PNG that's basically useless. Is anyone even gonna be mad about this? By the way, their name is Tile Turnip. Don't worry, you'll probably forget in like 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, he's just so cute. He's just such a cute little guy. Whenever I see him, I just want to give him a big hug. He's just so cute. I love him so much. S tier. Just Sunshroom, but less cute. Still A tier though. While I do prefer the design from PVZ1, I still think this is a pretty good translation into PVZ2's art style. At least better than some translations. B tier. No. I don't know what it is, but all of these Dark Ages plants are just so cute. A tier. I love the sort of like watercolor style with the coloring. Fat Beet is ugly. They're not even that fat either. How are you gonna have fat in your name and not even be fat? D tier. They are so lucky to be in C tier. I'm glad they hide most of the time because I do not want to look at these ugly guys. You know what? No. D tier. Maybe cuteness is my weakness, but S tier, man. I love it. I love all these cute plants. This is the only PVZ tier list where garlic will be above D tier. I think it's a pretty good adaptation if that counts for anything. C tier. It is scary that this thing came from the same world that Time Warp did. D tier. I mean, it's just plain ugly. Personifies nerd emoji without any glasses. C tier. I gotta say, Jurassic Marsh has some of the best plant designs just ever. I love this pea shooter. If I could have any plant in real life, it would be Marigold, but this would be a good second. He just looks so soft and fluffy, but he's also capable to bust some heads if he needs to. As it stands, I think this is the best pea shooter design we have ever gotten. S tier. While regular Primal Walnut's design is pretty good, probably a B tier, his plant food bumps him up to A tier. I think it's really creative that his plant food turns him into a caveman engraving of regular walnut. Don't worry guys, I'm not gonna make the joke about it. Perfume Shroom is easily the worst plant in Jurassic Marsh. The best part about her is her name. I just don't really like the color scheme. I think they should have used a more vibrant pink. As it is, I think C tier is good. The star of the show, Primal Sunflower. I think this is the best plant in the tier list. She's so cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. S tier. Basically everything I said for Primal Pea Shooter applies to this, but 10 times as much. I think Primal Potato Mine and regular Potato Mine are pretty equal in their design, meaning I equally love them. I think they should be together in A tier. Man, Jurassic Marsh was crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now that that was the peak. No other world's gonna live up to that. Anyway, yeah, Lily Pad is exactly C tier. You cannot put it any higher or lower. Tangle Kelp is pretty cool looking. Way better than PVZ-1, that's for sure. It just looks really cool. Like he's just waiting menacingly for a zombie to walk on him. A tier. Bowling Bulb, if that's how you say it, is also pretty cool. But it does help that there's 3 of them. Also, I take back what I said about 3-peater. These are more equivalent to the PVZ version of the blues from Angry Birds. B tier. I like Guacodile, even if he does kind of look cursed on land. But at this point, maybe they should just change the name of the game to Plants and Animals and Other Organic Beings vs. Zombies. Anyway, B tier. I have something to tell you. Banana Launcher is under the influence of several Class A drugs. He has a severe addiction and needs help. I'm planning an intervention for him. You should come by if you can. The more people, the more we can try to help him. A tier. Alright, the final world. The last stretch. Modern day. Moonflower, A tier. I enjoy design. Nightshade, mid, C tier. I might not know her name, but I know that she's S tier. Really cute, man. I'm sorry. This is like the 5th one I've put just because they're cute, but like the way that she just like spits and spatters her tongue is just so adorable. I love it, man. Okay, these two, they're both equally mid, C tier. Okay, whatever. We're done. We're finally done with this video. After however long this video took, we are done. I hope you enjoyed. This took me so long, so please consider liking and subscribing. It would just make my day. And tell me, do you agree with my list, or did I put your favorite plant in C tier? Just please don't make me rank all the premium plants in the game. Please, there's like 100 more, please!